Hello, everybody. I've been wanting to come on for quite a while to talk about this particular word that bugs the hell out of me. It's called tolerance. Tolerance, says that the dictionary, is the willingness to accept opinions that you may disagree with or dislike. Because you see, why? Because you see, for the past maybe 9 months, in the center in which I work, which I'll soon be leaving, I have been told, not just told, accused of being tolerant. Catherine, you need to learn to be more tolerant, is the song that they have been singing. You are so aggressive. Aggressive means just blunt and direct, huh? And that sort of thing. I tried at first because I do live in a country where I consider it a village, right? Its population numbers 1.4 million, and it's a village. There's the village with the particular mentality of a small island, keep that in mind. And so this is what I am being told, because the place in which I work is a rehab center for drug addicts. Drugs meaning alcohol, prescription drugs, that sort of thing. And before I continue, this is Catherine Hidalgo, your friendly, intuitive catalyst conduit, here to just have a chat, hopefully brief, about the word tolerance. I have realized, you know something? It used to piss me off when I would be constantly criticized for this. And then I thought, I pondered, I tried, and I thought, all right, this thing is in my ear, is it? No. This is a new, whatchamacallit, let me just leave it alone and work with it. It's a place to learn new things, interact with different people with whom I have never interacted before, never even knew about their lives and so on, drug addiction and whatever. I have come to the realization, however, and this is the purpose for my coming on, this word tolerance is bullshit. It is crap. If my character is such that I give very short shrift to mediocrity, I will not tolerate abuse. I will not tolerate hearing anybody's story over and over and over. Just say what you have to say. Yes, I was there once. I understand. However, my level of tolerance has been such that I don't want to hear it. You want to act in a particular way? Feel free, not in my presence. I don't want it. I will not have it. I will not tolerate it. Take yourself elsewhere. You are feeling in a bad mood? That's all right. It's everybody's right. Take it elsewhere. Do not do it. Conduct yourself in an inappropriate manner in my presence. I won't have it. And it is this thing, it's precisely my drawing the line in all of these areas that have caused these particular individuals, the administrators and the counselors, to keep telling me, Catherine, you are so intolerant. I do not suffer fools. I never have. Even in my much younger days, I never have. I am. Okay. I am precisely as you see me. Direct, to the point. The other parts of my character, you will have to discover if I open up to you in any way, or you will discover it by interaction, continued interaction with me. But the point of it is, I want you all to know something. You see that that word tolerance? Don't tolerate shit. Don't tolerate the pettiness. Don't tolerate anything that does not uplift you. Don't tolerate anything that does not motivate you. Don't tolerate gossip just because the person is not feeling good, or they just want to rip somebody and you cannot say no, then you have a problem. You cannot say, I don't want to hear this. You have a problem. You cannot say, I do not have time now, or let's talk when I have some time. You have a problem. I will not accept this. I will not tolerate this. For me, tolerance is like hope, because hope is a word that we use very, very lightly. Oh, I hope it's going to turn out right. And I constantly respond by saying hope is for shit, because it is just this, that sort of hoping is very airy fairy and carries absolutely no substance at all. Because I was listening to Deepak Chopra last night, Deepak and Oprah, because they have come together again to do a free 21-day meditation. And he was talking about hope, but in the context of something deep and powerful that you have hooked into, and that hope, while during your meditation or while you are focusing on something in order to get an opening, that is completely different from the, oh, I hope so, or I am going to try. It's too wishy-washy. When your hope is focused on something powerful, that actually that's the real meaning of it, because that hope has substance. But anyway, coming back to tolerance. Don't tolerate. That's what I really came on to say. Do not tolerate. You must draw the line, and you draw it hard. And when you find that you are allowing others to overstep the bounds, pull it back. Draw the line even closer. No, I will not tolerate this. No, I will not tolerate you in my presence. If I have to work with you, it's another story, and still I will draw boundaries. Do not tolerate. Somebody is talking shit. I don't want to hear this. Somebody just came to chat and you are busy. You know, I'm really busy right now. Is there something specific that you wanted? If the answer is no, well, I have to get back to work. Once you draw the line, because you see, I realize that I have always drawn the line. And I realize that most people don't. Most people feel very uncomfortable drawing the line, but I have always drawn boundaries everywhere and with everyone all the time. Okay, let me don't exaggerate, let me don't lie, most of the time, because I am the type of person, I give everyone a very long rope. A lot of stuff I will just let go. I pay attention, I get my insights, certain actions, I will just tuck at the back of my head. And when things get to a certain point, I say, hey, no, let's finish with that right now. This is not acceptable, and so on. And I say what I have to say. If I need to say more, and I move on. Why am I saying this here still? So this is just to say, do not tolerate anything that is not in your best interest. Do not tolerate other people's presence whose energy brings you down. Do not tolerate the inane comments, the stories. If the story has a purpose, fine. The person is telling you a story, and when I mean story, something about their lives. If they are on a pity party, no, don't tolerate it. You've heard it before, or you don't want to hear it at all. Bottom line, do not tolerate. That's really all that I had to say, because I have been working on this for a while, and it all came to the fore sometime last week when I realized it's crap. You see, when you tolerate things that are not in your best interest, that your character does not invite, does not enjoy, you become a pretty damn mediocre person. You may not intend it, you may not naturally be a mediocre person, because when you tolerate certain things, once it's within your field, once it's within your environment, then you open yourself up and your environment up to a lot of other things which usually turn out to be quite negative. I am not saying don't help anyone, because as I said, I work in a particular community, an empowerment center it's called, where only female um, drug misusers, that's the latest term, drug misusers are being supported. So it's quite interesting. And yet, I refuse to dumb down, because that's the next thing. Tolerance, in many ways, does imply dumbing down, and I refuse to do that. If I cannot be who I am, if I cannot be authentic, I'm sorry. Then it's either you go or I go, and I have no problem walking away. That's it. And let me give you an example. The administrator of this group, she employed the people that she employs to do, whether it's yard work, construction, and so on. She has no criteria for the type of people. As long as they can do the work, fine. But then with one construction worker, or just to do some, I don't know if it was cement plastering or whatever, he's an odd jobs man. She looked at me and she made a comment one day, "He always looks so scruffy." But you see, that is her level. Or maybe I should rephrase that and say, that is the level to which she has allowed herself to become accustomed. Not up here, down here. That is what tolerance brings. If someone is acting crazy out on the street, cursing, abusing, whatever it is, or whatever it is, you can walk away. You don't have to tolerate that. It's not in your environment. And if it's really rowdy, pick up, call the police or something. But in your environment, no, don't dumb down. And consequently, with this woman, she invites, she accepts, she tolerates this level of individuals within her environment. She invites them into her environment, even though she sees what they are bringing with them, and she considers herself a very tolerant person. But when you have no criteria, when you have no boundaries, and you invite all and sundry, and I don't care if it's just an odd jobs man, what are you going to eventually get? Nothing positive or uplifting. Sure, you may or may not get a job well done. I don't know, because I have noticed, in fact, that she does not inspect work that she pays for, but that's another story. My point is that the individuals that she considers scruffy and so on, because the particular individual I don't know what his character is like, but I would not want that type of energy within my field, because we are all connected energetically. I would not want, and I refuse to have anyone like that who looks like that. Because when you look a particular way, your energy is quite similar, and it's not uplifting, it's not positive, it's not, there's no rigor, as we would say in French. um, Hi, it's me. Be nice to me. Thank you for giving me this work. Very disheveled. That's what I mean by scruffy. Very disheveled. And smiley, smiley, and bowing, bowing, and that sort of thing. It's unpleasant. So be warned and beware. Do not be tolerant. Ciao.